Alright guys, we're coming to you live from work, and Rick and I are doing some transmission testing, but at the same time we're going to be doing some power pulls, so we're taking you guys along for the ride. Enjoy. Alright Rick, so you're going to start with some steady state to make sure that everything's happy?
Yeah, we'll do some steady state, and then that should be pretty good. We've done this before, so we'll do steady state and then do some sweeps.
Sick?
Yeah.
Cool. What's it going to make?
Solid 400, 350 torque.
I think you're high.
Am I high?
So it made 300 on stock twins.
Okay.
It's at the same boost level as the stock twins, but now it's got the big spoolie Garrett G35 900. So 13.5 pounds or so.
Yeah, I'd say between 350 and 400. You're in that range.
All right, so one thing that we're going to add is it is on like 50% ethanol. Since driving it back from Grid Life, we drove our cars up to Grid Life for up to Gingerman. So we went up there. Cole drove his car. I drove mine. I'm going to throw some clips in of Cole's car, you know, on the interstate. So. Let's make a pull. Hey, that's pretty respectable. What do you think, Rick? Not bad.
First pull, no cuts, good horsepower, low boost.
And on 93. All right, guys, so we made about 340 on about 13 pounds, okay? So play with the timing a little bit. That's why you see some different runs that basically look exactly the same. But now we're going to do something that I've always been curious about. So 340-ish horsepower with the exhaust bypass open. So that is a straight 3-inch exhaust with a single muffler. Now, let's close it and see what it would be in quiet mode for horsepower. Makes a difference?
See what happened there? It's a cruiser now. It's nice and quiet, but we lost a little power.
Let's go check it out. All right, so numbers don't lie, guys. 30 horsepower to the ground. You can see the difference here. About the same until boost starts coming in, and then it just kind of rolls over a little bit instead of continuing to climb. Same boost, definitely a big difference, Rick.
So that's an exhaust flap. How restrictive is it?
About 30 horsepower, man.
It's 30 horsepower. Are we talking like?
Well, it's 2 pipes, but it's through factory style pocket mufflers, but out dual exhaust.
Gotcha.
So
There you have it.
numbers don't lie, guys. All right, now that we've done that test, we're gonna put a little bit of duty cycle in the solenoid for the boost controller, put a little boost in it, see what it does.
Duty cycle on the boost control solenoid. We've got some good results. 400 horsepower.
All right, 17% duty cycle on the boost controller, 367. Not bad. It's not going to take much to make where this transmission's not going to be happy. So yeah, I guess we'll see the limit. All right, Rick, tell me that again. So I was wrong with boost numbers.
So yeah, so we put 17% on the boost control solenoid, and it just started to wake up the wastegate. So it went from 11 pounds of boost to 12.7 pounds.
Okay, so
we're about
340 at 11 pounds, not 13, and now we're just shy of 13 at
right.
367.
Yep. So we are now at 12.7 pounds of boost. So the difference is 11 pounds was just under 350, 12.7 was just under 370. So we're making good power.
That's crazy, Rick.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep, very nice.
And that's on 93, basically.
Yeah, but it needs more boost. No doubt.
He says it needs more boost, so we're gonna take him on his word. All right, guys, we're back today. I got some ethanol. We're gonna put some boost in it. Here we go. It's gonna be good. Oh boy, she's getting spicy, Josh.
That's good.
So we didn't change anything other than fuel content from yesterday.
Interesting.
So we'll check the boost control duty cycle.
Yep. All right, so what he was just saying is all we did was put ethanol in it, and we didn't really change anything, but it seems to be overboosting just a little bit more than we expected. So we're gonna see what happens. All right, if you guys have ever seen people talk about boost weather, when you've got denser air, it tends to make a little more boost. So that's basically what happened. Our intake air temps were half of what they were yesterday. So we're gonna have to put a little bit of a intake air temp correction to the boost control table, and try it again now that we've got lower IATs. You know, it's great to have a little bit of boost creep, but with the Haltech not controlling the transmission yet, we will definitely see the limit of the stock automatic, and we don't want to do that. We're going to take control of the trans very soon, but part of what we're doing right now is actually data logging some of the factory control strategies so that we can map them into the R5, and it will act very stock, which everybody wants stock until they're beaten on it, then they want race car, right? So that's the plan, and I think it's a really good one. So we're going to do some correcting and make a hit again, and I think that's going to be it. It's see what it makes. It's going to be good. All right, she's still a little spicy. Bear with us. Brick says he's still learning. So Josh just figured something out. We were looking through the boost control functions and stuff like that, And with doing a correction, it said a percentage, but what that actually does is a percentage of a percentage.
So if you have 20 on your base table and you pull 10% out of the correction, that's only pulling 10% of 20. That's not pulling 10 out of that duty cycle, out of that 20.
Right. So
you
instead
don't
of
go
pulling
down
points,
to 10.
right.
You go down to 18.
Right. So yeah, so we're gonna start over. We know above a certain IAT, it took 20-something% duty to make the roughly 16 pounds.
You know what I forgot?
Rick forgot coffee.
Yeah, I had coffee, yeah.
That's what it is. So Rick forgot his coffee. That's it. Rick,
That explains
it's
everything.
okay.
I got
It's all right.
I got cup holders and everything.
I know. Yeah. So
Couple snakes over there.
no problem. Rick forgot his coffee, but so we know that about 27% duty cycle on this car with this setup, with this turbo, et cetera, above 120 degrees intake air temps, made roughly 16 pounds. However, today with IATs down in the 60s, she's more spicy. So we're going to step back totally and take a bunch of duty cycle out of it and see what she does. Okay, so what we're seeing is that was about 14 pounds, and on ethanol, it seems to really like the ethanol. 397, so that's good. But now we've got to see what it takes with the IATs doing what they're doing to chill everything out when we're driving with different weather conditions. Well, Rick's wrapping up all his cords. Rick, what do you think, man?
It's
Pretty happy with it?
Yeah, sure. No rub.
We got a little bit more data to get for the trans with driving around, but you got a lot of good data just from being on the dyno.
Yep, we need more data from the transmission so we can control that, which we got a lot yesterday.
Yeah.
And the engine's fine-tuned now from E50 to E67, so we should be good to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're happy, guys. The family cruiser has finally gotten a proper tune, and we're moving along to being able to fully control the transmission, which means we'll be able to do paddle shifts, which definitely are in the pipeline. That's going to be happening. We're going to turn the boost up because we'll be able to clamp the clutches in the automatic transmission a lot harder with the Nexus controlling it. The big thing about using the Nexus ECUs on your car is it frees up the things that you can control and how well you can control them. That's why we use them. That's why we've developed them. And I'll tell you what, it's amazing. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing this thing on the dyno, playing around with if an exhaust cutout does or does not actually make a difference. The answer is yes, it does. And hearing a little bit about tuning your boost control. That's it for now. See you guys soon. Bye.